two, three. White shoes, old news. I found myself falling for you. Blue hat, I know that. Oh, you've been looking out for me too.
And I was working In the streets of amber, I was freezing. Almost late December, but I was stumbling. Got a few too many. And take a fright, someone popping up from the night. Is this morning, do you have a light? I'm sorry I'm not full mind and glassy eyes, and please ignore my crooked smile. I just came out of the rip-up band. You should go and have fun. And I was working down along the Alp. It was late, almost around 12. I was thinking I should get a jacket. Suddenly, smoke's the only thing that I can see. A tall figure coming towards me. I'm sorry I'm unfolded. The smell of fish. We are not grilling here out on the beach. The trumpet to have a drink. You should join and grab a beer. And I was working out in Schanzstrasse, down to hit and I grab a glass, and then I feel a flash of pain, a flaring in my feet. Then I see three young fellas stand in front of me, while I say something I can get, maybe asking for a cigarette. I'm sorry, man, if I stomped your feet. I tried to drag my drums across the street. We're gonna play tonight and had the knust. You should come, hast du Lust?